In this video, we are going to be learning how to make a jean trouser. So stay tuned. So I'm going to be using this beautiful jean fabric, and it is stretchy. Okay, but I have just limited fabric here. I have less than 1.5 yards. So if you want to make yours, if you want to make a long full jean trouser, I'm going to advise you to buy 2 yards. Okay, so 2 yards is going to be more than enough for you to sew a full jean trouser. So I'm going to be managing this, and we are going to be sewing a short cargo jean trouser. Okay, so if this sounds like what you would like to learn, let us get right into it. So I told you that I have limited fabric, so I have gone ahead to cut out all of my pieces, and I'm going to be explaining what I did, the measurements that I used to cut out all of those pieces. Okay, so we are going to be working with the front part, the front panel of the trouser first. So what we are going to be doing first off is to come down by 1 inch. Okay, I'm going to be explaining why we had to come back down by 1 inch. Okay, so just come down by 1 inch all across your fabric like so, and you connect everything together. So that is going to be our starting line, and it's going to serve as our waistline. Okay, so now my length is 21 inches. You can see that I have just little fabric. Okay, so I have 21 inches. If you want to make a very long trouser, just do the same thing, just replicate the same thing that I'm going to be doing. What you just need to do is just to make your length longer. Okay, so now we have to mark our horizontal measurement. So I'm marking my crotch line, which is 11 inches. Okay, so to get your crotch line, just divide your hip by 4, then you can add like 0.5 inch ease. So you can see on this trouser, I'm not going to be adding my allowances separately. Okay, everything I've already incorporated it into my measurement. So now for my hip line, I came up by 2 inches. Please note, I want this to be high-waisted. That is why I'm using exact same measurement. If not, I would have subtracted my band measurement from it. So let's say you want it to be on your normal waist and your crouch is 10 inches and your band is 1 inch. So that means what you're going to be marking is going to be 1 inch minus 10 inches. Then you add your allowances. I hope you understand. So after I've gotten that, you come in by 3 inches. Just watch what I'm doing on the hip line and on the crotch line and on our waistline. Then you connect the dots together like so. So now we want to put our horizontal measurement. Okay, so you have to have your hip circumference, your waist circumference, and your thigh circumference. So watch what I'm going to be doing. So I'm going to be putting quarter of my waist circumference, which is 36 inches. So you can see where I'm starting from. So you measure from that part, so which is 9 inches. Then I'm going to be adding 1 inch sewing allowance to it. This is very simple and very practical. It's very easy to do. Jeans trouser is not hard to make. Okay, and I'm going to make that a reality here. It's very easy to make a jean trouser. Okay, so now we've gotten our waist measurements. Now for our hip measurement, I'm going to be putting quarter of my hip measurement plus 1 inch sewing allowance. Then on my crouch line, that is where I'm going to be putting my thigh measurement, half of my thigh measurement. So let's say your thigh measurement is 26, so 26 divided by 2, that's 13 inches. That's what you're going to be marking, plus 1 inch. Then I'm going to join everything together. So this is a cargo pants. It's not going to be fitted on the knee or anywhere, so I'm just going to use that same measurement all down. So I'm going to be coming in by 1 inch from that side and then 1 inch from the other side, and I will connect like so. So if you want yours to be tight by the knee, just take your knee circumference as well and you put it on your knee line. Then your ankle, you take your ankle circumference and then you put it on your ankle line. I hope you understand. That is if you're going for a long trouser and you want it to be fitted. So if you have a flat tummy, just come in by that by ½ inch and then you connect. Okay, so it's going to make your trouser to sleep well on your tummy. Then you can return the half inch measurement by your side. Okay, So we are getting into it. Next thing, I'm going to be coming in by 4 inches. Okay, then I'm going to connect it up to where my 1 inch ended. Remember I told you to come down by 1 inch, so that's what we are doing. This is to eliminate that side jumpiness, okay, because the hip as a way of lifting the trouser up by the side. Okay, so to prevent that, so that everything is going to be balanced, that's is why we came up by 1 inch, and then we go ahead to cut. So you can see this is very easy and very practical. So if you've not added your joining allowance to all of this, just go ahead and then add your sewing allowance all round. But I've already incorporated that into my measurements. That is why I'm just cutting everything all through like that. So you can see that this is very easy to make. We are done with the front part, the cutting. At the end of this video, you're going to be able to make your first jean trouser ever. Just follow my step and you're going to be good to go. So now I'm done cutting the front part. The next part is the back panel. Okay, so and it's going to also be as simple as the front panel. So I've gone ahead to cut out my working piece for the back panel. Remember I told you I have limited fabric, so I had to cut everything out to be sure that it's going to accommodate what I want to work with. Okay, so now I'm going to be coming in by 4 inches. Remember that at the front we came in by 3 inches, but for the back I'm going to be coming in by 4 inches, and then I'm going to just connect it like so. So you just go ahead, if you have a straight long ruler, just connect all of this like this. Okay, so if you're confused about any part, just go back and then watch it. I'm making sure that I'm not going to skip any part at all, so that you are not confused about any part at all. So now I'm going to be coming down by 2 inches. So if you have like 36 hip circumference, you can use like 1 inch. We are doing this so that it's going to accommodate our bust. But if you have like, let's say from hip 40, 42 and up, you can use to 1.5 to 2 inches. But if you have a very large butt, you can use as high as 2.5 inches. So I'm using 2 inches for this. Okay, so if you feel that it's going to be longer for you, once you're doing it, just cut it out. Okay, so now we are going to be using the front to cut the back. So remember that we've not cut out the waist part of the front, so that is what I'm trying to cut out here, so that we can align everything on the back and then we use it to cut out the back. It's very simple and very easy to do as I'm saying it. So even the sewing tutorial, I'm not going to skip any part, so that you can see what I'm doing and you can replicate it as well. So make sure that everything is balanced out like that, and then I'm going to be using the crouch of the front to get the crouch of the back. So you can see that I'm just extending that part, and make sure that the waistline is on the starting line of the back as well. Arrange it, okay, arrange it well so that it is matching up with that line. Remember we came down by 2 inches. Okay, so make sure that is on the same line. So we extended the back by 2 inches or so, remember, depending on what you extend, so that once you sit down your butt is not going to be showing. That is the purpose of that 2 inches extension that I did. So now I'm going to be marking my allowances. Remember that the difference is 1 inch, the back and the front. We came in by 1 inch for the front. For the back is 1 inch larger than the front. Okay, so that is why I'm just marking everything all down like that. So you mark everything like that, and then you are practically done. So now the next thing is to get the butt extension that we did. Okay, so in order to get that, so we are going to be connecting. So we're going to be connecting from that crouch line. You're going to be connecting it straight down to your waist. Okay, so just connect straight down, make it straight like that diagonal line, just make it straight down, and then you are good to go. So if you want to cut out that side by the waist, I'm going to encourage you to just come out, shoot out a bit by like 0.8 inches. Okay, instead of cutting it straight down like that by the side, just come out, so that because you're still going to be cutting out the extension, so once you want to join it, you're not going to have the fear that it's not going to match up. So just extend that side by 0.8 8 inches, and then we are done. All we just need to do is just follow the same line as the front, and then we cut it out like so. So if you've gotten to this point and you're yet to subscribe, make sure you turn on the subscribe button, smash the subscribe button, like, share, and comment. So if you're going to be replicating this and making this, let me know in the comment section, and you can also share your result in the community tab. The community tab is open to all of us so that we can communicate, okay? And I'm going to appreciate if you can drop a comment, tell me where you're watching from, and if you're going to be trying this out. So you just go ahead and then you cut everything out like so. And if you haven't joined our membership, we have a lot of perks. You have access to videos, you have the liberty to request for tutorial. There are a lot and lot of perks, so make sure you click the join button and check the level that you feel that is going to suit you. So we are done with cutting our jean trouser. You can see this is going to be the most simplest tutorial ever that you're going to see on sewing and cutting jean trousers. So this tutorial is going to be in 2 parts, okay? The cutting parts and the sewing parts, because I want it to be as detailed as ever. So now we're going to be working with the remaining pieces that we want. So for my pocket, I don't want my pocket to be like normal pockets that is going to be inside. I want my pocket to be outside. I hope you understand what I'm saying. So you can see the measurement I'm using, 6 inches by 10 inches, and that is because I have just limited fabric. Remember, I told you that I'm working with less than 1.5, so I'm just really trying to manage up everything. Okay, so if you have more, you can go deeper. Okay, but I'm using 10 inches by 6 inches here, so I'm just going to divide into 2 because we are going to be working with 2 pockets on the side. So my pocket's going to be outside, not inside. You're going to see what I'm talking about once we start sewing in the next video. Okay, so you can, if you want your pocket to be normal and be inside, I already have a tutorial on that, so you can go ahead and check that out. So I'm going to be coming down by 2 inches, 2.5 inches, and then I'm going to be curving it to have that curved effect. But what I'm going to advise you do not curve it to the end like I did. So start from like 1.5 inches after the starting line, so that you're going to have enough to fold your pocket in and also to sew your facing. I had to join extra piece by the side when I wanted to sew. So please do not cut to the end, do not have that curved part to the end, because then you're not going to be able to turn your facing or even aim that side. As I said, the pocket is going to be outside, so I'm going to go ahead and then I'm going to cut facing. I'm just trying to see the one that is going to work with the remaining pieces that I have. So I've gone ahead to cut the facing, just cut the facing normal way that we cut the facing. I've made a lot of tutorial on how to cut facing, even in different type of videos. So just cut your facing. Now for our band, so you measure around your waistline, then you add extra inches, like 4 inches extra or so, or 6 inches extra. Then for the length, I have like almost, I think I have 2.25 inch, and you can see that it is on fold because I don't have enough. That's why I cut out 2 pieces. Okay, so we are done with that. Now the next thing, I'm going to be putting a cargo pocket here, just just to give it a bit of flair, you get, so it's not just going to be boring and dry like that. So I'm using 11.5 inches by 9.5 inches for this cargo. This material is almost done, like it's almost over. I'm just trying to manage all of the pieces. I have just tiny strip everywhere. So this is how the cargo pants is gonna come out, like that. You can see the cargo pocket like that. So you're going to be learning a whole lot in this. So now for our zipper fly and zipper shield, so I have 7.5 by 2.5 inches, then the down part is 2 inches. Then for the second one I have 9 inches by 2.5. Okay, so I already made a tutorial on how to fix a zipper shield, so you can go ahead and then check it out, where I made a tutorial on how to make a corporate trouser for kiddies. Okay, so we're going to be using that jeans zip. So in the next tutorial, we're going to learn how to sew all of this. Till then,